Hey guys, it is Friday here in West Virginia, so it is time for us to do our Free It Friday video. And today we have a couple of Chevy Lowriders and a couple of Mopar muscle cars to crack open for you guys. One of them, which is this guy here, I thought I already unboxed for you guys, but I looked through the archives and I could not find it. I would have liked to have done an unboxing on this before I modified it, but it's okay because it still pretty much looks the way it was released from Greenlight Miho. This is one of their harder to find 64s, and this one is pretty cool. I like the over-the-top paint job with the multicolors. I just wish the roof would have been done the same way instead of just white, or they could have made the roof resemble like a soft top for a convertible like the 163 I have, but it's still a cool car and nonetheless. But anyways, let's get it out and take a look at it. There's nothing spectacular about the packaging. A rough sketch of a Lowrider 64, says Lowriders and Greenlight and Miho, and then you have Lowriders. Again, same picture. Where to find Miho exclusives on social media, and where to find Greenlight online. So this one, if the wheels happen to fall off, they are just temporary wheels. I like the way they look, but because of their design, they are not going to probably be permanent. I would like for them to, but I don't think they're going to hold up. So these are not Greenlight, but Johnny Lightning wheels that were on the Miho exclusive, I think it's 78 Monte Carlo. That was like a gold and different shades of blue lowrider, and it came with a little American Diorama female character. Anyways, that's where these wheels came from. And if you know Johnny Lightning wheels, they are made like almost like real car wheels and tires, where the wheel and tire is separate from the hub that attaches to the axle, because the hub attaches to the axle like how Hot Wheels are, with the mushroom tip that goes through the wheel, and then the tire goes on with the hubcap or wheel and such design. So it's kind of like a real car. So what I did, I took those wheels and I had some leftover 3D printed wheels. This one's loose, but I put them inside. They fit perfect, and glued those broken 3D wheels. That way I had something to attach the wheel with. And then these rear ones, I only used a little nipple from the back of some really broken wheels I had. And it worked out okay, but it does roll. But, well, because of this base, it bottoms out. Yeah, you can hear it. But it doesn't roll really good. It's a little wobbly. And this particular base, unfortunately, was not like any other Fineworks chassis I've ever seen before. This actually does not have a transmission tunnel in it. When you take this plate off, you can see the interior. It's a big hole, whereas most that I've worked with are all metal. You take the plate off and you see metal behind it for the transmission tunnel, basically, and that screws into it. Well, this new design, they use the interior bucket as the upper piece. So I had to put a hole in this interior bucket and then tap the screw into it. So now the suspension is pretty loose. It's adjustable, but it's a little bit loose fitting and such. The back is a little bit tighter than the front. It stays on the back side. So I use little pieces of foam, and I put them underneath, like inside that recessed area, to hold the front axle up or whatever. And it works pretty well, because I have some Fineworks cars that do have the regular base, but I can't get the ball joints to tighten up, so they're pretty loose, and I just use the foam blocks to hold it in place when I'm displaying them. So anyways, that's the first one. And as you can see, Greenlight does a really nice job on these with the detailed grille, separate chrome bumpers, nice detail on the rear tail panel. I'm super stoked for the Miho exclusives coming up this fall that has the adjustable base like Neverland used on their 64 Bel Airs. Well, Greenlight is doing a mass production release teamed up with Miho with 264s and 263s. So that's going to be really, really cool. Cannot wait to get those and even get a couple extra if they're available to use for customs later on. So we'll go ahead and knock out the other lowrider, and that is this guy here. I have one of these already, and this card is totally trashed, but that's the reason I got it for, I think it was like 25 bucks. It wasn't that bad. That was with shipping included. So not a bad deal at all on this guy. So anyways, the reason I bought this, even though I have it already, is for a base donor. My buddy Gilbert that gave me that one is sending me the regular Revell 63 Impalas, the red one and the white one that I've been looking for a while. And the cars have stock bases, non-adjustable suspension. So this base is going to go under one of them. And then I think he said he's going to swap one for me. So that's cool. So I'll have both of those on adjustable bases in the stable, but that's why I got that car. And also the interior is pretty cool too. It's a two-tone, it's like a darker green color and white. I'm gonna have to check my other cars. That may look good in another car too. I like when they detail the interiors a little more with like a two-tone look. Pretty cool. So anyways, and if you don't know, I'm sure most do, the Revels do come with adjustable suspension. The green lights that are coming up, though, are going to change the game because they have independent front wheels on like an A-frame on each side, like the 3D printed bases I get. And then the rear is on a pivot ball. So it's just like a real lowrider, pretty much. I mean, the lowrider doesn't have a pivot ball, but you know what I mean. It has a solid axle on the back and such, and a drive shaft, so that's what it resembles. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be really cool once those come out from Greenlight. So now let's move on to our muscle cars. The first one we'll take a look at is a Cuda, 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda from Greenlight GL Muscle Series 19. And this is a really cool looking car. It's not a color that you see every day. It's that called Citron Gold. Pretty unique color because most people are always going after like the high impacts. That's how most manufacturers that make muscle cars are going for the popular colors. This one's a little bit different. Pretty cool to see something like this. And actually, I have an M2 Cuda 71 that we're going to take a look at on Monday that I got. And it's almost the same color as this Cuda. But as you can see, in Series 19, the lineup had a 68 Ford Mustang GT in orange, a 70 Hemi Cuda, which is this one in Citron Gold, 70 Chevy Chevelle SS in black cherry, that's a pretty car, and a 72 Chevy Camaro Z28 in Mojave Gold, and 1973 Ford Falcon XB, just says custom, doesn't say the color. 2017 Dodge Charger SRT 392 in green go. All right. So, anyways, here is this Citron Gold Cuda, which looks really good, in my opinion. I mean, it's different. I do prefer high-impact colors, don't get me wrong, but to see something unique and different like this, it's pretty cool. Just a different car to be in the mix of Cudas that I have. If I do display all of them together, you have this car that will be contrasting to the others, so it breaks it up a little bit. And Greenlight does a nice job on their CUDAs. I wish M2 would use their tooling already they got for the 71 and just retool it slightly and make a 70. That would be awesome. But I don't know if they're going to do that or not. So, really nice looking car under the hood. Let's see if we can get the hood open. Sometimes it's a problem. Yeah, this one came open, surprisingly. So, it looks pretty good. Got the silver finished shaker, hood scoop, the black Hemi valve covers, and orange engine, and the inner fenders, and firewall, core support, or body color, which is correct. That's pretty cool. Has a go wing. So, cool little car. So, we have another E-body for our last card unbox today. And this is the newest Challenger, first gen Challenger that has been released from Greenlight. This is from the America 250 set, and this is the only Mopar, well actually I think the whole set is Mopar. This is the only one I picked up so far, the 1970 Dodge Challenger, because I did not have a hardtop in blue from Greenlight. I don't know if they have any other like 70 or 71s in blue. Besides the convertible. I have the convertible one, and I have a TA Challenger from them that's more of like a petty blue. This guy here is more on the lines of like a B5 blue. So pretty cool. On the backside, yeah, it is all Mopar. So collect the whole series. There's a 1970 Challenger, which we have, the 2017 Dodge Ram 2500 Power Wagon, and a 42 Willys military Jeep, and a 71 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. That one I was on the fence to get because I have one that looks almost identical to it from the auction block series. It's the exact same car. The only difference is I think the shaker scoop is a different color. That's about the only difference. Then there's a 48 Dodge Power Wagon. Then the 69 Dodge Charger Daytona. Usually I'm on getting any Daytona that looks like a stock muscle car. But they painted this one blue with a red tail stripe. I guess to be a little bit more patriotic, I guess. But in my opinion, it's okay. But I would have rather have seen just a stock paint job on it, but I still may pick it up because it does look like a stock Daytona. There's no like ugly like anniversary stickers on it or anything like that. It just is a straight up like medium blue with a red tail stripe. So we may get that one eventually. The Cuda, however, I'm not sure about because as I said, I got one that looks almost identical to then the new release. So I may end up getting one because as I said, the scoops are a different color, but usually I like for them to have a little bit more of a difference than that before I buy them, unless they're different manufacturers. Then they can be the same if they're from like one from M2 and one from Greenlight. But as you can see, this car looks good with the rallies, chrome rallies, and the detailed grille. This has like a rally style hood, and I guess it's a Hemi or a 440 6-pack. It's got the oval air cleaner, black top, black hood stripe, and the black ducktail style wing, like a TA Challenger style wing on it. Looks pretty good. I'm trying to get that to focus on just a Challenger. I was going to see if it said 426 or something. Oh, it does say something on the scoop, but I can't read it. It's probably 440 because usually the 426, it says Hemi next to it, and that's pretty obvious. So I'm thinking it's going to say 440, but I don't know. And the tag on it, I don't think said anything either. Let me see. Yeah, it just says 70 Dodge Challenger. Nice detail in the back. Cool car. So anyways, guys, that's it for our Free It Friday. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back again on Monday to do our Mopar Monday. And hopefully next week we'll have our new customs in from Gilbert, and we'll make a special video on those because these are going to be very unique, one-of-a-kind customs. So they're going to need a video just by themselves. So we'll bring that to you whenever they arrive next week. And if anything else comes up, or we find anything at Walmart over the weekend, we'll bring that to you too. So turn on your notification bell so you know when we drop something new. And we will see you again on Monday.